Good day and welcome back to another week of Talking Technical. And thank you for all the requests. And the first one that we had was Copper 360. Well, it is just a hard sore story because this share really tries to get up, but nothing can hold this sellers back. Well, there's the 40-week moving average. We're looking at weekly charts, and first of all, there is a bullish engulfing candle there. But what worries me is that the momentum to the downside is still 100% intact. Let's have a look. If we use a simple resistance line, we'll probably see that we just broke above that, and that will be seen as positive. Remember, this is on a weekly chart, so we concentrate on the Friday close. Now, the big thing here, I think, if we've got this bullish candle, we need to see the share this week closing above this little level, and there's the level, and that level will be at, on the high of that candle, 52 cents. But I will prefer that the share can consolidate above this 40-week moving average, because every time that the share tried to consolidate above that in the past, it failed. So let's see. And for me, I will wait for the share to close above 61 cents. Then I will know for sure that there's maybe something on the boil here. So early days for Copper 360. I know the whole world is looking at copper as a guide for weakness, and a lot of companies get involved with that. And one thing is for sure, let's wait for the 40-week moving average to play safe. Let's have a look at Orion, because that is also the same kind of thing, and a lot of people are nervous about it. I just see if I can get it here, Orion Minerals, because it hide here. Let's just give me a little bit of a chance here. Orion Minerals. Let's just see. There you are. There you are. There you are. There you are. Same thing here. This is a weekly chart. We had this beautiful bounce to the top, but we are once again below the 40-week moving average. And for me, remember, this is also a exploration company. It's not yet in full production. For me, there's the level above 31 cents. Will be above the 40-week moving average. This bullish engulfing candle of last week showed some interest. Look at the lower shadows there at around 28, 29 cents. That's all positive. But when will it be confirmed? It will only confirm this positivity above 31 cents. And I will make use of a stop loss of 27 cents if I do buy above 31 cents. Well, let's have a look at Absa. A lot of analysts like the company. A lot of analysts believe that the company can go higher because of their beautiful dividend and low price to earnings ratio. Remember, this is also a weekly chart. But for me, if you look at it, there is a resistance line holding the share back. There's the 40-week moving average, also a resistance. But if I look at the longer term chart and I draw this in, then suddenly we will see a falling wedge. Now, a lot of analysts, I think it was Coronation, I'm not sure, they added they increased their position in Absa Group. So they believe that there's some long-term value. But the first thing for me, once again, unfortunately, we need to get above this 40-week moving average to make me excited on a weekly chart, and that is 234 Rand and 67 cents. It's now on 221, but above 234, then we know we can maybe head north. If you want to preempt a position, I tend to look at a previous resistance. That will be my resistance that I look at, and that will be above 226 on the dot. It will give me the first sign of strength, but then I'll make use of this tight stop loss of 212.70 to protect my capital, but only above this 40-week moving average. I will get excited, because above this resistance line, it can maybe go back all the way to the previous high, but that I think will be the easier target, 269.69. But then this falling wedge must come into play. Well, we can also see it maybe as a flag formation, because there's the pole, there's the flag. But let's call it a simple falling wedge, and that will break above that line of where was that line? 241, 242 in time to come. Let's have a look at Pick n Pay. Sorry, Pepkor first. Pepkor, all the way to the downside. The share is really struggling. We just hear wonderful reports about this company. Everybody's excited about it. Everybody believes that the company must go higher. But then, if I always hear that word of must and that it offer value and all that, then I always go to the volume bar. And that volume doesn't say anything. There was a spike in volume. That was in July 2025. I mean, we're a year later. Nothing materialized here. So for me, that volume doesn't mean a lot. But if you believe that the share is offering value, like many analysts do, then simple resistance line again for me. I will use this support line to tell me where it finds support, and there you are, beautiful falling wedge again. I believe that the company is doing the right things, but of course we need to break above this 21 rand 67. My stop loss will be 19.90, and it will probably above that 21.67 reach for this 40-week moving average, and that sits at 24 rand and 16 cents. And what does it tell you? There's a lot of movement to the up if it really starts to go, because some analysts believe this is the new Capitec. I've heard that over a few channels, that people say they're doing the right things. But let's see, early days here. I can remember many years ago, a friend of mine had some Naspers, I think at 20 rand, and he was so excited when he took profit at, I think, 32 rand. And well, boy, oh boy, where's Naspers? Oh, not Naspers, where's Capitec today? Way above that. So maybe Pepkor will be the next one. But let's have first steps, and that will be above this resistance line at 21.67. Let's wait for that, and then we know for sure it can maybe go higher. Another dog of the market is Pick n Pay. Let's have a look. Everybody believes that this company can turn around. I see they're trying to do the right things, but for me, I'm a little bit nervous on that, because if I look at it, what do I see? I really hope that I'm wrong. We're testing a very important resistance line here. We are a resistance now, and that's sitting at 1856. So for me, unfortunately, below 1856, the best is not to do anything about this company and just wait. Let the company show what it can do. Below 1856, just leave it alone. Let's have a look at SPAR. Everybody loves the company, but I'm just thinking that SPAR is maybe, well, not everybody's loving the company. A lot of people say SPAR is maybe going to go under waterfall formation, and first sign of strength for me will be above this little line there. If you really go down, the first sign of strength will be above 50 rand. Above 50 rand, first sign of strength. There is some strong candles here at the bottom, but it needs to show and convince me that something can take place. Well, there's another one, ShopRite, and everybody loves this company. But I'm a little bit nervous, because what does ShopRite tells us on the chart? It gives you these beautiful relief rallies, then it loses momentum, relief rally, lose momentum, relief rally, lose momentum. So we are actually stuck in a band here. Let's just do that. We draw that in, and you will see the moment I draw this line in, you can see that we are stuck within a symmetrical triangle. I really hope not that this is turning out into a rising wedge, because a lot of money is in this share. We're testing the 40-week moving average now below 277.92. I'll be nervous on the company, but boy oh boy, if this boy go below 264.11, things can really turn nasty, because then it can go to 235. So if I look at the share price for ShopRite, I'll rather put my money into, according to the chart, so into rather Pepkor, or even if you play a wild card, SPAR. And then if you look at the last one, let's have a look at Momentum. Momentum is one of those companies. I like the company. The momentum is to the upside. But the question was, France, must I get involved now? For me, I think it's maybe a little bit too late, but Momentum is a strong company. It's in the right sector. They're doing good things. They're making a lot of money. And if above that line there, that resistance line, above 41 Rand 47, we may see a new high developing. and that usually triggers for another move to the top. There's an old saying in the market, the moment you see a new high, it can easily add another 5 to 10%, because look what happened in the past. Every time that there was a new high, the share put some relief bounce in. Even there, right at the top, that strong candle, it even moved up above that, but first it pulls back a little bit. But for me, there's a big lesson here. Can you see this beautiful bounce here? And what happened here? If you take that line, it came back to test it and bounce off that. That is a strong move. If it breaks above it, comes back all the way to test it, maybe let's just delete that, because that's, apart from the momentum to the top. Look at this beautiful setup. The share works hard. It breaks above this resistance line. It comes back, turn it into a support, comes back all the way to test it, and then bounce of that. That is a strong move, very strong move. If a share breaks above a resistance line, turn it into a support, come back to test it, and then rally from there, you know it is a proper bounce from there. Well, thank you for watching the show. Visit our website www.fransdeclercq.com, and we will chat again.